Okay.
It's unveiled, bitch.
This is Chrissy Shorter-Arnold, CEO of Unveiled The Chrissy Shorter-Arnold Show, streaming live on all social media platforms every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Check me out on my website, ChrissyShorterArnold.com. See you soon. See you soon. Welcome to Unveiled. Listen, this show, okay, so the undertone is for this season, getting to the money.
Woo!
Yes, honey, getting to the money. My color, of course, my color scheme is green. So that goes with the theme, getting to the money. I have the esteemed pleasure of talking with Lady Finance, Miss Trellis Williams, and we have Randy Bush, CEO of 750 Club. Listen, I'm really speechless. when I get around a woman of your caliber, I'm really speechless. So listen, welcome. Y'all tag and share this. I'm trying to educate this season.
Okay.
We want to educate on financial literacy.
Absolutely.
That is the whole goal with me, financial literacy and mental health. So I'm bringing people onto this show that can actually assist you because a lot of people have talent, a lot of people have business, but they're still not thriving.
Correct.
And they still don't really know the purpose because they're struggling in the business because the finances is not right. I want to, in this welcome, my website, ChrissyShorterArnold.com. Be sure to patronize the website. All things Chrissy is on the website. You can, all of my social medias, you can click those handles. It will take you to my YouTube. It will take you to my Twitter that I don't use. It'll take you to my Instagram. It'll take you to my Facebook. It'll take you to everything. All of the past shows, most of them are on the YouTube as well. And instantly, it's filming to YouTube as well at this present time. So listen, patronize. I can see those of you who is patronizing the website. Y'all keep up with me. We're doing some good things. We're doing some big things. So welcome to this episode where it's the ladies and the gent of finance. So let me introduce. This is Trellis Williams, the CEO of Financial Experts of America and Lady Finance. Her Instagram is lady_finance. We'll put it on the screen. Okay? All right. And then we also have Randy Bush. Randy Bush is the CEO of 750 Club. This is my brother. This is my, my friend from Gaston County. I would not do a show with someone of this magnitude and not bring my brother on so that his awesome, amazing platform could not be displayed to all who is watching this video. His Instagram, we're putting that on there, and his Facebook as well. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself. Okay. Tell us a little bit about your business. I'm gonna let Trellis go first. Randy, you go next. And then what we're gonna do is, since Randy is on limited time, he has other engagements. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna, get into it with him so he can give us information about his platform. And then me and Lady Finance gonna get into this financial discussion. Tag and share this. Your folks do not want to miss this podcast.
Welcome, 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 everyone. Chrissy, thank you so much for having me as a guest here. I love your theme, getting to the money, right?
Yes, honey.
That is super important because we are in a recession right now. We have inflation at an all-time high. And you said something that people are struggling, but people are silently struggling. That's what I see.
Yes.
Okay. So before we get into it, I am Trellis Delandra Williams, like she said, CEO of Financial Experts of America. That's my umbrella company. Tax and accountant offices. We have a life insurance department. We teach credit wealth. Lady Finance teaches business and finance education with boot camps, helping people understand how to build a solid business structure. And by default, they become bankable.
Yes.
Okay, understanding the cash flow and all of that. We'll get to that later. I have 20 plus years in the industry in the financial industry with banking experience.
Yes.
And I've pretty much been in this business for 10 years. This is my 10th year in business and multiple locations in multiple cities. I've employed over 60 people with all my offices. And I just have a heart for helping people understand financial literacy.
Yes.
And now I have a heart for helping entrepreneurs understand how to get the money but keep the money.
That's the point.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a lot of money running through hands, but it's not staying in bank accounts.
Correct.
So we go into this. Randy, introduce yourself for us.
All right, yeah. How y'all doing? Thanks for having me, Chrissy Shorter. It's a pleasure to be here today. Like you say, I'm Randy Bush, CEO of 750 Club. Right now, I'm just excited about pretty much giving a tool to the world so they can have visibility of their credit. So when you think of 750 Club, you just think of like, I hate to say Credit Karma, but we're 20 times better than them, but Experian. So one day we hope to overpower Experian. One of the good things about the 750 Club is we have downloadable mobile app. No other credit monitoring platforms offer that ability. And so another benefit what 750 Club is bringing to the table is we're going to give you like detailed reporting, detailed alerts. So just like you just said, Lady Finance, a lot of people, they make good money, but at the same time, they don't know how to leverage credit and know how to manage their credit. And like Chrissy Shorter knows, a lot of times she's probably dealt with a lot of people that, you may look at their credit and they don't have nothing wrong. They just got maxed out credit cards. And so what 750 Club plans to do is send you out detailed alerts to let you know, like, okay, your card has reached over 30%. That's hindering your score. Here's the dollar amount that you need to pay in order so you can kind of keep track of your credit by way of the mobile app as well as the website. And the website is 750club.com.
Absolutely amazing. So Randy, listen, we're going to go ahead and get into it because I know I got to let you go here shortly.
All right.
But nevertheless, I'm going to push everybody your way. You hear me? Because I'm going to tell you what. First of all, let me say kudos. Because a lot of times we will not give people their flowers. Randy Bush is from Quincy, Florida, like I am from Quincy, Florida.
That's true.
Randy Bush is black. Now, we don't want to play the race card, but clearly he's black. And let's just be honest. When we start talking about statistical data, we black people is in that statistical data. So where we want to find ourselves is in the positive. Randy is, I don't know very many black men. See, because they always want to talk about the wrong things that black men is doing. So it was
That's real.
very important for me to shed light on, number one, he's not from a big city, but he's doing big things.
Come on.
You understand? Number two, he's a black man that has not been limited by his color, but by the expansion of his thinking. Because everybody that knows Randy thinks big. And I love it because it's not so much of a grandiose, a lot of times people are grandiose, what we say, and y'all know I keep it real, champagne tastes with Bill Budget.
Right.
No, this is not my Randy Bush. You understand?
That's right.
Actually doing, some things. We don't talk about money, we show you what money does.
That's real.
And so it was, like I said, very important because I always push my clients, even in my flyers, towards experience simply because they're a credit bureau. I cannot stand, and all my audience, again, y'all tag and share, make sure y'all doing that. I cannot stand when somebody start to talk to me about their credit and they start talking to me and then they tell me, well, Credit Karma say, baby, that grinds my gears. Because what first mistake is that you're dependent on a free app. You cannot get a free credit score from the credit bureaus.
Correct.
Right.
So if you cannot get a free credit score from the credit bureau, how in the world are you going to get a free credit score from a third party that's pulling from the credit bureaus? They're pulling from the credit bureaus and distorting it. See, and that's where 750 Club parallels with Experience. When Randy called me to ask me to be ambassador for 750 Club, I was extremely excited because, as I stated, there is no other black man, young black man, that is actually a owner of a platform with monitoring from all three credit bureaus. That's very important. When we buy a house, they pull a tri-merger. If they're not using a company like Credit Code or Civic Logic. See, a lot of people come to me and say, well, I see Credit Code and Civic Logic on my credit. I didn't have that inquiry pool. See, you don't even know who put in your credit. That was the mortgage company that you went to that is using a third party to combine your reports. The highest score is canceled out, the lowest score is canceled out, and they take the middle score. So actually what you can do also is add all three scores together and divide by 3. That's your middle score. And I always tell them, no, I need to know all 3. Don't tell them about, they'll tell you to normally be the highest one they'll tell you. Baby, that works in Carbine. You can tailor which bureau in Carbine. So you have an amazing tool. And I'm pushing all my clients switch over from Experience to 750 Club because it's credit monitoring. And no, y'all, it's not free. Credit monitoring is not free. Your score is not free. And with 750 Club, you get every 30 days, you get a refresher.
Right.
And so it's your score. With me in my line of work, and I'm kind of getting away from credit repair just for people that generally just want to see a credit score because it is aggravating. I'm just gonna keep it real with people that don't have goals. You have no goals and you have no patience, and so you don't have any respect for what I actually do for you. I don't want to just talk about getting your credit score up. I want to talk about financial education, what we're going to get into. So, Randy, what inspired you to do whatever you did to engineer this amazing website? Because it had to cost money.
Yeah, definitely.
Think about it. You put it into action. So, what inspired you to do that?
Well, what inspired me to do it? A lot of people like that know me. They wonder, like, okay, what is it that Randy does? But the truth is that I've been an engineer, software engineer for about 23 years. So I've wrote apps for AT&T, Lockheed Martin, different municipalities, state agencies. But this thing that empowered me was like I build apps for everybody. But what do people really need? And during the pandemic, I was like, okay, well, it's a lot of hardship out there. There was a lot of people that lost jobs, didn't know what their credit, and didn't understand credit. So that downtime, I was able to come up with, okay, let me build something that people can actually use and I can actually see and I can help people. So so that pretty much put me in the mind frame of 750 Club. And so everybody at the time, when you go to the car dealership, they tell you at 599, you're gonna go out with a sad face. But I said we got to name this something that everybody can reach. So 750 is a decent score. I think that everybody, you can pretty much achieve as much as you like with that score. But 750 Club was basically something that I thought was very personal at the time and during the pandemic that we're going through. And then as well, it's coming from like an engineering background. I was like, well, let me just build a tool that the world can use. So that pretty much brought me to 750 Club.
I absolutely love it, and I certainly I use it, and definitely
Yeah.
live by it, because we have to know the full extent
Mhm.
of our credit.
Right.
Right.
And again, and we're going to talk about knowing the full extent of your finances.
Right.
Millionaires don't just happen to be millionaires, except for the ones that, even the ones that play lottery. I'm not going to say happen to be. Even the ones that play lottery,
Pick the number.
big numbers they have a strategy. Some
Right.
have notebooks where they write the numbers down. My
Mhm.
grandma used to play before, she got dementia. And she'll play today if she could, but she had a notebook.
Right.
They have a strategy.
You
So
got a strategy.
a millionaire by playing the lottery is a strategy.
Right.
And I don't understand. I'm gonna tell you, that's another thing that bothers me. When you are embarking on your financial journey and you have a strategy, and everybody thinks that because you're prospering, you just gonna give them all your money.
Correct.
The strategy did not include make it to give it away.
Right.
It might include philanthropy,
Mhm.
and it might include, me giving scholarships,
Right.
but it did not include frivolous giving because you did not spend your money right.
Right.
And so that's what I'm on. And people can call it mean, they can call it whatever. But if you know you're gonna need lights next month, you
Right.
may want to leave Jordan in the locker.
Right. That's true.
You don't put the wants ahead of that. And so yes, it took a lot. It took a absolute lot. Anything else going on with you, or anything else about 750 Club? Because like I said, we got Lady Finance here, and her audience, her span is big, enhanced. And I said, this is a great time for Randy, even the more.
Right.
And ambassador, my job, one thing is to put your business out in the forefront on my platforms.
That's
So,
correct.
any other information you want to share with us about 750 Club?
Well, yeah, just in closing, like Lady Finance, it's a pleasure to meet you as well. And like one of the things about 750 Club is we want to be very interactive with all our users. So part of signing up to the 750 Club, we want to gather information that, okay, what is your goals? What is your finance goals? Are you looking to buy a home or a house? So we're looking to build relationships with people like yourself to feed these consumers to you guys that are trusted sources to make sure that they reach their endpoint. And not only do we want to provide you with the data for that, we want to provide you with people that could actually qualify. So instead of sending you like referrals that are people that are in the process of rebuilding their credit, but more so people that are ready to go, and they can make quick moves happen. So the 750 Club, we want to think of it as a family of financial advisors, of just pretty much a gap that we can build for credit repair, finance repair, financial advisor, and mortgage in that space. So I look to build with you as well.
That's amazing, Randy. How can other people like myself become brand ambassadors? Or are there ways that we can become affiliates so I can add your link to my website
Yes.
and things like that? I would much rather support a Black-owned business because I am partnered with a few other credit people, but I would love to support you. So tell us how, me and anyone listening, how can we do the same to help expose your business?
Well, yeah, definitely. We do have an ambassador program where we would pretty much create a affiliate link for you guys, where you would have your code. So that way, we know we have monthly reports to show like where did this customer come from, and so there we do have a way for that. So I would share my information with you. Chrissy has that information as well. We don't have it set to where you can sign up as an ambassador on the website just yet. but eventually we will. But for right now, you should be able to reach out to me just privately, and then we can kind of get you a ambassador link, so that way you can police that on your website and you can see the type of traffic that you generate to us, and vice versa.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Hmm.
Yeah, see, you know, listen,
Hey.
further, you do not have to keep stuff under wraps. Like you meet people that maybe to help somebody that you know,
Right.
client business. We all supposed to help each other. I don't know
Right.
why people don't have that mindset, but I certainly do.
Right.
And
Right.
so with that mindset, God has been placing people in my life to be able to not only facilitate, because I'm not selfish.
Right.
Selfish, and I want to see Randy win. And you know what? Randy want to see me win.
That's the motto.
A lot of times I get in, he just encouraged me privately. See, a lot of stuff don't have to be for Facebook.
Right.
Right.
That's free advertisement, and we gonna use it to the fullest. But when you really, really means, well to people, you don't have to perform in front of Facebook. So our private conversations between Randy and our other brother Ping, I don't think people know how we vibe. They don't
Right.
we know
It's automatic.
all the business together. So yes, I knew that this would be a great connection for you, and I wanted to make my business down. Listen, and I messed around and spilled the beans last week, running this on mile, and I'm talking to folks about Floyd Mayweather, and then you post a picture. So listen, for me that was a bragging moment. It's true, because I'm not my folks fact checking me, and I don't lie. You won't get lucky. But can you tell us a little bit about your affiliation with Florida, what y'all got going on? Because I kind of like said a little something last week. I don't know what to tell us at this point. But Florida,
well, the show about getting to the money, so the money team is all the way about the bag. But I met Floyd through a very close friend, Shabazz OG. He's a very close friend of Floyd as well. So so spending time down in Miami a lot, I've been around those guys a lot, and it's just been a good affiliation to be with people that have that mindset. So they always say that you're supposed to put yourself in the room with people that you can see, that you can learn from, or you can grow. So that's definitely the relationship that I have with the money team. So so I just expect big things in the future, and as well as from Unveiled as well. So we're gonna put some plays together.
Okay. Well, listen, thank you so much for gracing present. I mean, because I know you're busy, and I had to let you go, but thank you. I appreciate it. I'll make a connection after the show. Okay.
Sound like a plan. Pleasure to meet you guys. All right.
Okay, y'all. So listen, that was good. 750club.com. If you're with Experian, if you're my client, I already posted this on Facebook. I'll repost it tomorrow. Switch it out. Update me and my staff with your login. Okay? Y'all know how to do that. Yes, honey. Experian is, that business is rich. It's okay for black people to assist other black people. We trying to assist you. So 750club.com. Okay? 750club.com. Okay, so listen, before we get into it, because when we get into this with Lady Trailers, I don't know where this thing gonna go. But let's do the mental health PSA, and then I do the mental health really quickly, and then we're gonna get into it with Lady Trailers.
My son Montoya Francis committed suicide March 2nd, 2021. Please reach out for help.
Suicide affects everyone, family, friends, and veterans. Please get help.
As someone who once attempted suicide, I know there's help available.
Suicide is preventable. Please get help.
Please call Big Ben 211. Okay, y'all. So listen, let me tell you something. I told you all on this season, I wanted to share with you all for each day of this 12 shows a point. And so today's point is turn to the wilderness for healing. Listen, God will take the foolish thing to conform the wise. So a lot of times, things that has been proven, you don't think it worked. You want to know why? Because you've never tried it. So a growing body of evidence suggests that ecotherapy, or the practice of practicing in activities in the weirdness in nature has a range of mental health benefits. Everything from hiking to whitewater rafting to walking on a tree-lined street or having a plant at home can have mental health benefits. Now, I'll be honest with y'all, four-wheeler, riding a four-wheeler, me and the girls love that, honey. We put the hair up in the barn, and I'm telling you, it's so exhilarating. We have fun. If you do stuff like that when you're stressed out, sometimes you got to get away from life. You understand me? And have a little fun. We like to go jet skiing. So we'll go to the beach, and let me tell y'all something. We'll see who, well, me and Keita will go the fastest. Listen, we were race. We were going like 60, 70 miles an hour on the jet skis and laughing. So yes, things like that do help you. So we have to, a lot of times, think outside the box.
Okay.
We got to come outside of what we normally do. And ecotherapy is also beneficial because studies have shown that people that live in the country that is around pine trees and a lot of other trees with all of the chlorophyll, chloroform, it actually helps them deal with colds better. So when you have a cold, they will tell you to walk in the forest and take deep breaths.
Okay.
And the chloroform from the trees will actually help you get over the cold faster. People in the city with the fog and the smog and all of the stuff from the buildings have more allergies and more colds than people from the country. So y'all city folk can talk about us country folks all you want to, honey. But I bet you we ain't getting cold and flu like y'all. So listen, ecotherapy is beneficial and it is a mental health. And so we want to explore anything that can assist us with being mentally alert and deal with our mentals. And sometimes getting away from the hustle and bustle will do just that for you. And let me remind you all, if you are anyone you know is suffering from mental health issues, that's thoughts of suicide or thoughts of hurting someone else, please get help. We have the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline on the screen, or call 911 immediately. Don't wait. I know in my hometown, we're having a big issue with suicide.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yes, we're having, and they're young.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have to be limited as to what I say because I have not been released by the families.
Okay.
To say certain things. But overall, even in my little small town, it's becoming a big issue. And so at some point, when this issue presents us, guess what else presents itself? A resolution. But to get to resolution, we have to address it. We can't drink Hennessy and party until we bury the people to deal with the emotions that we're dealing with, so much so that we never deal with the real issue.
Right.
Because when you get down and you start dealing with that thing and that thing is rough, I'm a sixth suicide attempt survivor. Looking at me today, people would not know that I went through all that I went through. And I tried it with pills. I tried it with wrecking the car. I tried it with shooting myself. Every time I pulled the trigger and I know the gun was loaded, the gun did not shoot. But when I pointed and pulled the trigger to everything else, it shot. So I'm telling you, and I live by counseling. There are certain things that we have to get help with. Yes. And it is not taboo in the Black community. Cut it out. Yeah. Cut it out. If you need help, go get help. Right. So that you can live a happy and productive life. Those of you that is in the LGBTQI community, there's a body of wealth within WPAD, which is the World Professional Association for Transgender Health. Even the community is discombobulated with certain things. Well, I'm gay and I don't act like a girl. That's why, because you're gay, you're not transgender. But I always tell people, educate them. There's a condition called Klinefelter syndrome. It's the XXY, where boy babies are born with female DNA. However, the genitalia of a male. You're looking at it. I'm pretty, I'm fine, and all of the above. You understand me? But I was a female with male genitalia. And I'm going to tell y'all my age, but it was a couple of years ago, before I was financially in a position to pay $750,000 for surgery. Now, yes, it's cheaper, but I wanted mine to work. So no, I wanted mine to work. And I can also show you, listen, on my platform, the whole goal is to educate those like me. Because I'm a proud, I don't want that to be the defining thing because that's a part of me. That's not everything about me. I'm a whole person. We're gonna deal holistically. So I don't just identify with people based on who they love and based on who they in a relationship with. I deal with people based on who you are and how you treat me. I do not want to be labeled as one thing because truly I'm all woman.
Right.
And so I don't have to use no transgender thing. I do it for context and to get the conversation started.
Okay. Okay.
So Bravo, WeTV, and all of the rest of this is the conversation to be had. They patronize the LGBTQI businesses and they get their laughs off of the LGBTQI. But we more than just here to do your hair. We more than just here to do your makeup. We more than just here to make you laugh. There's a story to be told. And some of the mainstream girls, although I love them, they're not telling my story.
Right.
I'm not mad. I love her. I'm not Laverne Cox. I love her as well. So, but I have a different story than those girls. And I am going to go national and tell it.
Come on, tell a story.
You understand?
The world.
So yes, and then the Endocrine Society Transgender Clinical Care Guidelines. A lot of us are on the hormones. And I tell you, I gained a lot of weight since being on. A lot of this are going in the right place. And when it goes in the wrong place, I know how to work on that. But you know, and I'm okay with that because after the surgery, the estrogen actually thickens the vaginal walls.
Okay.
And it assists with maintaining your moisture, to say the least.
Okay.
You know, so you know, as the song goes, and I'm gonna keep it PG, but you know, they call you Miss Wet. You know, if you yes, honey, but that's what it assists with. So, you know, there's a wealth of knowledge out there that people is not utilizing, and we need to utilize it, okay? All right, so like I said, with this platform, mental health is one of the cornerstones because I survived.
Well, we're so happy that you did. Yes, amen. Praise God for that.
Yes.
Mental health is real this time. There's more people dealing with mental health issues than we talk about, than we acknowledge. And there are many people that are dealing with mental health issues that are not even aware that it's a mental health problem.
Right.
And so the lack of financial access to finances is pushing that, in my opinion.
It is. It is. So now that brings us to this whole discussion of lady finance and what you do. Because listen, when I met Trellis, Lady Finance, honey. I met her in the Ivory showroom. I was there getting my makeup done, getting ready for the show, and she was getting ready to fly out to Orlando.
Oh,
yes, see, I remember, and I'm gonna just be real. I have met a lot of celebrities at the Ivory showroom. They're there every day, and so I'm gonna be honest with you all. I can tell the ones that's faking and the ones that's not. You understand? And I get a lot of business from a lot of celebrities. But the celebrities are smart. They'll make you sign a non-disclosure agreement.
Correct.
So that you can't talk about it. So there's people that you all watch on TV every day on fixing their credit. You know why? Because they got money, they got a platform, or they may not have money. Right. I saw what's his name? John Witherspoon. I saw an interview with him for Friday. He said they paid him $5,000.
For what day?
Friday, the movie.
Oh, really?
You understand? So a lot of celebrities not getting paid a lot of money because they wasn't smart enough to negotiate their contracts. You got the big name, but you don't have the big bank account.
Yeah, well, I see that happening.
It a lot. And so we're around celebrities all the time.
Yeah.
You know, and she's not impressed because guess what? They come in the Lady Finance and got to go through boot camp as well. There is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You understand? But as big as a lot of the celebrities' platform is, they're not pushing financial literacy like they should. Because even them are trying to keep up a image. It would be more beneficial to the world at large if some of these celebrities come and say, yo, I've paid millions of dollars and still did not know how to manage it.
Yeah.
I had to go to boot camp with Lady Finance to learn how to make myself bankable.
Right.
And so I don't do a whole bunch of talking. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna let Lady Finance go for what she know, and let's teach the people and me, because guess what? I don't know everything, and that's why I surround myself with people such as your caliber.
Well, there's so many things that we could talk about when it comes to financial literacy. What specifically do you feel the audience needs?
Okay, so I'm having this big issue. It's tax time.
Okay.
So I'm having this big issue with a lot of the clients and in being a realtor as well. People making a lot of money, but when it's time to buy a house, they can't.
Come on.
And they
Let's
just
talk
don't
about it.
listen.
Let's
They just
talk
don't
about
understand.
Uh-huh.
Well, I got my own business, but why I can't buy a house? And then when we start talking about their taxes, and we say, well, the way you had your tax prepared to fill out your taxes, baby, your job looks like a hobby. So you can't go to the bank and say, I told them to make sure I didn't pay taxes, because now you're admitting to tax fraud.
Correct.
Now you admitting to a federal crime.
Yes.
And so you can't go and do that. So how do we help self-employed people? You understand, so that you would not be working for a business and then cannot even buy you a house.
Okay, great topic. This is something that we deal with on a regular basis, and I educate when it comes to this. There's a tax preparer. All tax preparers are not going to be financial educators.
Right.
Okay, their only job is to just prepare your tax return. They don't give two cares if you can afford to purchase a home or not.
Right.
Okay, so whenever it's time to work with someone with your finances, make sure that you're working with the financial educator. That's what we do in this office. We want to know, what are your financial goals? What are your goals within the next 1, 3 to 5 years? Because these tax returns are going to be a significant part of this process with whatever it is you want to purchase. And your tax return determines what we call your buying power.
Right.
Okay, you know that as a realtor.
Yes.
Okay, and for self-employed entrepreneurs, self-employed business owners and entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, gig workers, the number one thing that we see is that people want to write off every single thing, okay? Every single thing, so that they do not have to pay taxes. My question is, if nobody paid taxes, what kind of world will we live in?
Right.
Who would fix your streets? Where would your kids go to school if they're not private schools?
Right.
Right? So here's the thing. It's important to keep proper books throughout the year.
Yes.
One, to understand your numbers for yourself, so that you can know what makes sense in business and what does not make sense in business. I have a client that brought in $200,000 and $229,000 went out.
Right.
Okay. And it's because of frivolous spending and not keeping track of where the money is going.
Right.
Okay. So you want to understand your numbers, what makes sense. Okay. Work with someone throughout the year so that you can know if you need to make more money.
Right.
Okay. How much is it going to cost to purchase your home? Where does your cash flow need to be? Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
Okay. Here's what I see. People want to write off everything. They're doing multiple things. So they may be selling houses. They may be doing taxes on the side. They may be driving Uber, and they may be doing hair. Right. And then they want to say, well, I took a trip here. I did this, I did that. And then they want to write it off on their taxes. Just because you had an expense, or you went somewhere, or you purchased something, does not mean that it is an expense that will be approved by the IRS. All expenses need to be approved within the IRS guidelines.
Right.
Okay. But what the main thing is that you want to see a net profit on your tax returns. That's going to be line 31 on your Schedule C. Okay. And your business every year should be increasing in profit. Businesses are in business to make money, not to take a loss. If you look back at your tax returns and you're taking a loss every single year, the only time that your business should ever really take a loss is before it actually starts.
Right.
Because if you're in business and you're taking a loss, that means that you need some significant help within your business because your business is what we call failing.
Right.
It is a failing business. It is not a profitable business.
Right.
Okay. Did that answer that question?
Baby, listen, and if y'all got questions, y'all better come on with it, because this is y'all opportunity. Because people like to bombard my inbox with questions. Now, I stopped charging for consults, but I'm gonna start back because this information wasn't given to me. I had to live it.
Correct.
I had to be doing it. I had to make the mistakes. And we're trying to educate you to make sure that you don't make the same mistake that we made.
One other thing, I work with a lot of lenders and realtors. One other thing, if you are self-employed, so there are many people that they may have a catering business, then they may start a t-shirt business, or they may start an event planning business. And if your tax returns are not consistent, meaning you're not filing that business consistently 2 to 3 years in a row, it will discredit your business.
Yes.
So in 2020, you filed the catering business, but in 2021, you filed the event planning business, but then you wanted to go back in 2022 and file the catering business again. A lender will need to see 2 years consistently of that business being filed on your tax returns. And if the business is not filed on your tax returns, I have many people who say, well, I started a business in 2017, but it was only filed, I didn't start filing taxes until 2019. That means that your business was not active or you were out of compliance. And then that signifies that you may have had some type of tax evasion.
Exactly.
Okay. So be very, very careful when it comes to that. Anytime your business takes in more than $400, it needs to be filed on a tax return. Okay. And just so that you know, for longevity, if you're going to get funding, if you're going to want to grow your business, if you're going to sell your business franchise, your business needs to be filed on your tax return every single year.
Every single year. Okay. And so that brings me to my next question about making ourselves bankable. Because I'm telling you, a lot of people, because listen, Travis was a banker.
I was.
You understand me? And she was a banker in the company I don't like, but nevertheless, she got the requisite knowledge from the inside. You understand? And so we've been explaining what she's getting ready to explain to you what making yourself bankable is.
Okay.
Because a lot of people think, oh, I got a business. Oh, they see the money going in my account again. When they look at your tax returns, you a hobby, baby. Because you ain't bringing in no money from your tax returns. So she's about to explain what being bankable means.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. What does being bankable mean? Being bankable is not about borrowing money. Being bankable is about having the access to OPM, which is other people's money, in the event that an opportunity presents itself that you never miss an opportunity to make money ever again.
Right.
Okay. Being bankable means that your business has cash flow. It means that you're profitable. It means that every bank, every investor will want to do business with you. It means that you're sustainable. It means that you have your financials in order. It means that you have what I call your sweet honey and iced tea in order. And it means that your bank statements, okay, that if you needed to go in and get a loan, if you needed to go in and get some credit so that you don't deplete your own cash, how many people get cash and they deplete it and then they don't have access to capital? Right? So being bankable means that any event you needed to walk into the bank and walk out with $100K, $500K, $1 million, $2 million so that you can take on another project that will bring you more revenue, you can. That's what being bankable means.
And listen, y'all heard the number she started at? 500,000. I know a whole bunch of people top lead. Listen, y'all can't go in the bank, and I'm not trying to be shady, I'm being real. You can't go in the bank and get 5,000 for your business, much less 500,000.
Well, we like to start at least at 100K over here.
Exactly.
Yeah, we like to start. Our starting playing field in over here is 100K.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's why she have business boot camp. Because if you're in in the position where you want to learn all of this, this is actually taught at a business boot camp. You're gonna have to invest in yourself and
Say
even
that again.
invest in yourself.
Yeah.
And investing in yourself don't mean that everything that you learn about your business is gonna be free. You're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to pay. And listen, I think I have my city spoiled because I'm always, handing out information for free. So now they don't understand.
Well, I feel that people don't respect free. I gave out the game for free for years and nobody wanted to listen.
Period.
And so people do not respect free, but when they have to pay for something, they take it serious,
Right.
Because they actually had to take their money and pay for something.
Right.
How many times people go to school for free and they never graduate?
Right. Exactly. Y'all getting this? Because this is, sometimes you have to bring in somebody else.
To hear it.
The
same thing.
The same thing that you've been saying.
Over and over again.
Yes.
First time somebody else said, they're like, like I've been telling you that
Or
forever.
sometimes.
I've been telling you that forever. What do you mean? That's the first time you heard it. I've been telling it to you over and over again.
And I laugh about that because I see people post stuff that other people got from my live. See, I live it. And a lot of the other people that's and listen, I just have to tell it like it is. They call themselves in credit repair and financial services. They're watching my live and then they'll start posting the very thing that I said. And then a lot of you all are so gullible. You was on my live, you put your hearts, you put your thumbs up, and you didn't even realize that information that this other person shared. And if I were to show you the messages and the inboxes that a lot of these other people that contacted me trying to get my blueprint, tell me that they need my assistance with something, trying to get my blueprint.
Only to take
what I said and then put it on Facebook. And then you think they're competition. They can't be competition. They don't even live like I live.
Correct.
A tree is known by the fruit that it bears. So a lot of the trees that you all think y'all getting fruit from is rotten. Let's just be real. Let's be real about it, because listen, when you can look at their life and it don't add up. You don't have to have the most expensive car for stuff to add up. I'm not talking about add up material-wise.
Correct.
Because that ain't about nothing. Because you and I see a lot of people that got a lot of material for facade.
Yeah.
They faking.
Yeah.
You understand? They faking. So that's crazy. And also, because you was in banking, I have spoke on this, but I want you to explain a clean 650 as opposed to a dirty 750.
Oh, okay. All right.
And we talking about credit score.
This series is about getting to the
money.
Okay. So, how much time do we have?
We got 10 minutes. We can 20, 30.
Okay.
And,
all right. A clean 650 versus a dirty 750.
Yes.
Okay. There's such a thing in in underwriting where we call clean reports and we call dirty reports. Just because you go and do some stuff on your credit and your score goes up does not mean that you will get approved. Okay? Does not mean at all that you will get approved. And before you start applying the stuff, you need to know that you meet the criteria so that it doesn't give you an additional inquiry on your credit report. But a clean 650 shows that you have stability. It shows that you have longevity. So you may have a car note or some student loans that you've been paying on for some time, and you don't have too much of delinquencies or anything, or you don't have any charge-offs or anything like that, but you may have had some negative payments maybe 3 years ago. And it just requires maybe some trade lines.
Right.
A dirty 750 shows that you have a lot of negative accounts on there, but your score is still a 750. So you have some things on there to offset it and balance it. However, it's not what the underwriting department considers clean.
Right.
What you want to add to that?
What I want to add to that is a lot of times in my business, in doing the people, I try to explain that point to them. Okay, I tell them, you may have a 750 because you got a $300 card from Capital One. And you may not owe a balance on this $300 card, but this is the only thing on your credit.
Correct.
So when the underwriters look at it, we're going to consider it a dirty 750 because all you can be trusted with is $300.
Or all you have is AUs.
authorized users.
All you have is AUs. So your AUs should help you to get access to additional cards. However, you still must maintain your own cards and you must maintain longevity with your own cards.
Yes, yes. Oh God, this is good. and listen,
Right.
and I tell them with the trade lines, with the AUs, which is authorized user,
Mhm.
it is to get you to the 60-second
The next
approvals
point.
to get your stuff.
Yeah.
So you want to use that to get you some accounts
Mhm.
before it expires, because if you buy it from, TradeLineSupply.com or anybody else, it's going to expire.
Mhm.
And what I've been doing for the public is to give them sites where you can put primaries, bills that you already paying,
Mhm.
like your light bill,
Mhm.
like your gas bill, your water bill, eCredible.com.
Mhm.
You understand? ExperionBoost.com. Those would be considered bills that you already pay. The underwriters will also see that you're educated on credit enough to know to get credit from stuff that you're already paying.
Correct.
And nothing makes them smile more than an educated buyer. You understand? Because they're not worried whether this loan is going to go into default.
Correct.
And so I tell them, it's all about, the delivery of the report and what's on the report.
Mhm.
And then a lot of it is about relationship, because with me, I can take that dirty 650 and get you anything you want if you follow my direction, because I've made the connection with the bank. It's not so much about your report, it's about the volume of business that I've been doing with this institution.
Yeah.
And so when you say Chrissy Shorter sent me,
Mhm.
I'm not bragging, I'm just telling y'all the truth. You're going to get
What you came
for
because of the relationship.
because of the relationship that I built, not because your score.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people won't get it. And I just had a client that I had to educate their own home buying.
Okay.
And not to divulge too much, but I can talk about this. The score was not what it needed to be for the zero. Hear me.
Mhm.
Hear me and hear me well. For the zero down program.
Okay.
20-year mortgage, zero down.
Mhm.
It's not too many financial institutions that's doing a zero down program.
Okay.
In housing, we got to get around down payment. We got earnest money deposits. We got appraisals. We got surveys. We got closing.
Mhm.
If your realtor is smart enough, and if somebody that's in finance is smart enough, we're going to put you with a package. Your realtor needs to do more than just sell your house. They need to be connected as well. That's what I'm saying. Because my people is getting their houses for very minimum out of their pocket.
Okay.
And the reason why is because I know to look at their credit, and I know what institutions will best benefit them.
Okay.
No, you need to be over here where the appraisal is going to be paid for at closing.
Mhm.
You need to be over here where the survey is going to be paid for at closing.
Okay.
I can get you in this house with the minimum earnest money deposit of $1,000. And if it's a brand new construction, you don't necessarily need inspections because you're going to get a builder's warranty.
Okay.
If you are going to get a house that's pre-existing, you want to get the proper inspection. So inspection and earnest money deposit is what every client that I've sold a house thus far has paid.
Oh.
They've not borrowed out of their 401k.
That's amazing.
And that's less than $2,000.
And this is
in Florida.
We can do this in Georgia.
We can do it in Georgia. I just got to get licensed in Georgia first. Listen, I haven't had the time.
I have a ton of clients.
Listen, I haven't had the time because I'm so busy with the volume of clients that I have.
Okay, so all right, so I know that there's a program that the banks are working with the minorities to become homeowners.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about that a little bit?
Oh God, and I know that program. Bank of America got a program, and a lot of people are going through NASDAQ, right? And I did that training. Yes, today. But yes, with that with that program, listen, they got a lot of. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Anytime that they say that they put something for the underserved and minority community, it comes with a whole bunch of restrictions.
Okay.
I can't tell y'all all the restrictions. I don't like them though.
Okay.
You know, and so even with a lot of times I put on Facebook the other day, I have a lot of clients say I want to build. They don't know what building entails. They think that they just gonna walk up and then I tell them, building, you can get a brand new constructions where the builder has financed it, but building a custom home is totally different.
Yeah.
And getting a construction loan is totally different.
You need money.
You need money because guess what? That's not a zero down program. You're gonna normally need about 20%, to build a house. And who got that? Most of the clients that's coming to me from Florida, you need a zero down program. Let's just keep it real. So sometimes your first house, you don't waste your time talking about you building. No, you need to get what you can get so you can build your credit with this mortgage, because that looks totally different as well. Because you can be considered a dirty 750 by not having mortgage credit.
Correct.
A lot of times, if you ought to look at your credit card applications, the reason for the denial is because you don't have a mortgage account.
Leverage.
And that's the reason why. You don't have a mortgage account, so you're considered, even though it's a 750, it's still considered a dirty 750 because you don't have all of the requisite accounts.
Yeah.
So banks can deny you for so many different reasons for credit.
How many accounts should the average person have to be in the 800s? I'd say about 13 or 15. What's your number?
I'm gonna go with that, and I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
And most people that's in 800 Club has history for 25 plus years.
Yeah.
I have people come to me and they'll say, I want to be in the 800. I said, baby, you got to make it to the 7 first. Now, trade line can maybe get you to 700, but it's not going to jump you up to 800 if you don't have. And that's where that 10% comes in at the length of your credit.
Yeah.
So all of that, we know payment history is 35% of the credit score. So I tell people, don't pay no bills late. Don't pay it late and then come ask me, can you take that late payment off? No, can you not pay it late?
Yeah.
Can you call your creditor? And you know what made me so mad? During COVID, it was so many provisions that could have been utilized to make sure that a late payment never hit your credit.
That's that education.
It is.
That's the lack of the knowledge.
It is. Yeah. And I'm gonna say this. I'm going to say this, and I'm gonna look at the camera and I'm gonna boldly say this. It's not that you've never been taught about these things, but a lot of you have never sought these type of things. See, a lot of times we can put the blame on our school system, our education, or my parents never taught me. Well, let me ask you this. Have you been seeking it? Seeking you shall find, knock, and the door shall be open. Right. A lot of you all are Googling everything but this. Right. So y'all can find out where somebody's boyfriend live and where their husband live, and if this one is cheating on that one, and if it's a mess on Facebook, oh baby, we can, and people laugh about that. Well, I'm a detective, and so what you're spending your time doing is fueling mess. Yeah. You want to be diesel on a fire. But when it comes down to educating yourself, you'll say, I was never taught. Well, you've never been a student of seeking. Right. Never been a student of seeking. Listen, are y'all liking this show? Because I'm looking at the comments. And you see them. Oh, let me ask you this. So how does someone schedule a consultation with you?
With me or?
With you.
With me. Oh,
because they know how to get in my inbox.
If you guys want to schedule a consultation, you can go to the website at www.ladyfinance.com. On my Instagram, you can click on my link and it will take you to the website and you can book a consultation there. There's something that I wanted to touch on.
Come on.
A lot of people do not realize that there's levels to credit.
Yes.
If I wanted to buy, I saw your Bentley downstairs.
Listen, I was coming over here. I hardly ever drive it. And listen, that AMG Mercedes. I wanted either. I need to stay off the top now because I'm always doing something. But I love it. And I was going to ask you about it because my everyday driving car, I got too many miles. I don't hit 100,000 on it going backwards and forth, and I don't drive cars that high. That's just me. You understand? So y'all ain't trying to be shady, but it got 100,000. My husband told me I got to get rid of it, which I was going to get rid of it anyway. It's just good to have a husband that is on the same page. So I've been looking for every day. I got my luxury stuff that I don't hardly drive,
Okay.
but I've been looking. But I want that
Yeah.
Mercedes girl.
If you drive fast, I don't know. Beware.
I like it.
It's fast.
Well, my Bentley go fast. And then either I saw the Porsche Panamera, and so it kind of like the Mercedes.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I like the Mercedes better. But
Yeah.
go ahead. I just want to say that since you touched on it.
So I was gonna say, if you want to get to drive your dream car and you've never purchased or managed anything, you have to build levels. Why would the bank approve you for a 100K vehicle and you've only financed 10K?
Yes, I get it all the time.
Why would a credit card? Why would you get a 100K line of credit when you haven't had a $2,500 line of credit?
Right.
So you have to have levels to everything, and this is why it's important to have a strategy and a plan, because you don't just wake up. I tell people, you didn't ruin your credit overnight.
Right.
A lot of times people come and they're like, well, I need to have this, they want a miracle to happen.
Yes.
I need to go from a 500 to a 780 in 3 months, and negative. That's just not going to happen.
Right.
And, it's a mindset, but you have to understand the same way that there's levels to increasing your income, there's levels to credit. And if you understand financial literacy, you should never have bad credit a day in your life again, because you understand the literacy of it, you understand how it impacts you across the board. You understand that it makes a difference with your mortgage insurance. It makes a difference on your payment when you purchase your home. It makes a difference on your auto insurance. It makes a difference in everything that you do. That's the same reason where somebody can purchase a house for $600,000, the same people, but they get to live in different neighborhoods.
Right. My sister, we was talking about that with somebody, in Miami, and I was telling them, about my house, and baby, their house is not near, my house, and I think my house is probably triple, but we got the same payment.
So you may see two people with a $3,000 payment. One is a really great neighborhood and one is not so great.
Right.
Because of the credit and the interest rates.
Right. And my neighborhood is really great. You understand? Mm-hmm. And I don't know, necessarily. And then I think my house was double the price. So yes, and it makes it really does make a difference. And again, we're talking about clean and dirty, and sometimes people go to the bank and you think just because you got 700 or whatever, but why do you have a 700? What do you have? You can have a 700 and not even have 5 accounts open. A lot of credit cards would deny you if you don't have 5 accounts
because
open.
Of lack of credit.
Right. Mm-hmm. You don't have 5 accounts. And then I know some car lots Truist is Truist with SunTrust. So the algorithm within their system, they pull from TransUnion. And if you had 5 accounts open and you was over 650, then the algorithm told them to instantly approve you. Okay. So the finance managers at this car lot was very smart. A lot of times you'll go in early in the morning and you keep calling them all day long. Maybe they wait on the bank to close so that the automated system can approve you. Because if they get a live person, although you got a 650, they may see something on there. The live person can see that the algorithm and the computer don't see. And so a lot of times you're trying to rush them when they're actually trying to do something that's going to benefit you. Now, are they going to tell you all the secrets? No, I just did. So, but if you're going to be worried about that, then go in your own bank and get your own pre-approval. Yeah. Limit the inquiries on your credit, and then you go. Right. Now, I want to say, hey, Shawana Boye, that's my sister from Lit Television Network. Okay. She works with Lit Television and have her own, and she's considered the real estate queen in Jacksonville. Okay. Went from beauty queen to real estate queen. So, hey, Shawana, because this is a great connection as well. Make sure you go on Lady Finance website so y'all can make a connection as well. She's doing great things, and then she worked for the network. And so listen, because Trellis gonna help me with Unveiled TV. Yes, ma'am. So period pool, I don't have time to play with y'all. So listen, before we close out, because we can't give it to y'all in one segment. So y'all stay tuned. But Black excellence, let's talk about this. Y'all, it's me. I am your Black Excellence for today, y'all. It's me. Y'all better clap y'all hands. Listen, so on yesterday, I was honored with giving a proclamation from my city.
You better go.
They called me and they told me that they needed me to come to the meeting on Tuesday at 6. Now, I don't do anything Tuesdays at 6 because I be getting ready for Unveiled. And so I had to rearrange my schedule to make it. But I was not going to tell the Board of Commissioners to rearrange it. I want to be in person to receive this. Because I'm going to tell you why. And as I said last night when I started, a prophet is with, the Bible says that a prophet is without honor in his own hometown. So, baby, this was a big feat because, baby, you want to get hated on. Your hometown would do that for you. I don't care how much good you do. Somebody gonna always have something bad to say about you, and it's your hometown. And you know, so we got some mess. But as I stated today, if my enemies and my frenemies, because some will play in your face, thinking they fool you, baby, I see you. My eyes are wide open. You're not fooling me. But if you had power over my destiny, I wouldn't be reaching for it, and I would never reach it. But in my city, I got a proclamation. Now, they had all my numbers wrong, but baby, y'all know I corrected that. I said, I don't know where you get them numbers from, baby, but my staff didn't give you them numbers when they gave you my 500, because that's when I first started, probably the first month. Don't try me.
Congratulations.
Yes, but I've been, you know, it's shining a light on everybody else. I got to shine it on myself because I've been working.
Congratulations.
And thank you so much. I don't work for the accolade, but it's good to be acknowledged because some of y'all hard to deal with.
Yeah.
They do not know what it takes. Some people are totally unreasonable. But guess what? I have the zeal and I have, you know, the intentions of making it. And I'm your Black Excellence, honey. You see it, it's all right here. It's all right here, darling.
That's amazing.
Isn't it, girl? Yes,
that's
honey.
amazing.
So this show, I know their minds boggled. In closing, you got anything you want to share with the audience?
I just want to share, I don't know if we have more ladies or men on, but this is for everyone. It's 2023. Over the last 2 years, we've gone through a lot as a people, as a country. And this year is about loving on you. So my whole theme this year is it's 2023 and I am loving on me for 2023. And when you love on yourself, it does not mean that you are going to shun away from everybody else. It just means that you're going to say yes to you.
Yes.
You're going to say yes to self-care.
Yes.
You're going to say yes to your mental health.
Yes.
You're going to say yes to your financial health.
Yes.
You're going to say yes to doing the things that you know you need to do for yourself and your family.
Yes.
To move you forward, that you've been procrastinating on.
Yes.
That you've been operating in fear.
Yes.
Whatever it is that's stopping you, you're going to say yes to you in 2023.
Yes.
Stay tuned because I will be launching this program, this campaign in March of 2023. And if you guys are interested in joining the boot camp, I have a live boot camp, a special boot camp in March 7th, 2023 for 6 weeks.
Listen, and even I don't know everything. I surround myself with women such as Trellis, because I don't know everything and I do need help with certain things.
We all do.
And so we have to get to the point to where yes, we all grown, but we have to relinquish, you know, the fact that we're grown to get in, you know, to improve in areas we need to improve in. Absolutely. It ain't nothing wrong with tightening up. Absolutely. You know, in areas. Even if you know something, it ain't nothing wrong with going to learn another tool to put under your belt. And so I surround myself with all of this knowledge. You understand? I'm not getting her knowledge to come and share it with you as if I ascertained it myself. She's on the show to tell you about it. She's on the show, you know, to assist. Not only you, but me as well. Yeah. I'm the first fruit. That's how I know who to bring to the show. That's how I know, because I've been partaker. So you all definitely, y'all ain't gonna kill me. Y'all is not gonna bombard me with all y'all questions with all of these Black Excellent business owners, business coaches, boot camps, all of this that we're bringing to the table. This season has been about getting to the money and shining a light on those of us who is in a position to teach you not only how to get it, but to keep it. If I can say one thing in closing, I'm gonna tell y'all the biggest thing that aggravates me in finance is all this frivolous spending.
Yes.
I can't stand it.
Mhm.
I cannot stand it. I cannot stand it. It bothers me so bad. And I'm gonna tell you, it really bothers me when people spend their money on their wants
Yeah.
and then
And not
expect
their
you to
needs.
meet their needs.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a
I don't like that. That burns me up. And that's why I don't like people that ask me for money.
Mhm.
I'm a philanthropist, so I give.
Mhm.
And I give good money.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna do that from the place where I myself and my husband prayed and came into agreement that this is what we're going to do and this is how we're going to do it. And we done prayed about it and went to God. It don't have to be to your liking. It does not have to be where you understand it.
Mhm.
It's going to be where both of my heads, my God and my husband, has given me the instructions on what I'm doing. And I'm not going to explain that to anybody when it comes to my finances.
Yes.
And because you see me doing it does not mean that I'm going to give it to you. Because if I watch you especially mismanage your money,
Mhm.
and see, we watch it all the time, baby, because they floss on Facebook, they floss on Instagram, they floss on TikTok, and baby, every party, every event, you in it, with new pair of shoes, new hairdo, new all of this, but then you're in inboxes begging. Don't do it with me, because I don't like it, and I don't have an issue with rebuking you. So we want to tighten up in that area, because I don't think God is respect of persons. What he did for me, he can do for you.
Yes.
And he has done it in the last 2 years, almost 3 years. God has been amazing in my life. He has opened doors that can't no man close.
Amen.
He has closed doors that can't no man open. And if he can do it for me, remember, he can do it for you. This has been a great show. I want you all to tune in on next week. It's going to be a great show. I put the flyer out. But again,
And thank you for doing
my
this.
goodness,
Yes.
I'm so happy.
The community needs this.
They need it.
The community needs
Yes.
this. Yeah.
Yes. So listen, y'all, before you end, y'all share this again. This information is great information that we brought to you all free. It's a lot of high dollar seminars that you got to pay for this kind of information.
Yeah.
Take the meat, spit out the bone. What was meant for you, eat it. What wasn't meant for you, spit it out and keep going so you can focus on what was meant for you. This has been an awesome show on Unveiled The Chrissy Shorter-Arnold Show. I will see you all next week.